All right, let's talk about a subject that's both incredible and, let's be real, a total beast to get through: anatomy and physiology. Today, we're going to break down a much smarter way to actually master this stuff.
So, does this question hit a little too close to home? If you've ever spent hours trying to cram the difference between, say, afferent and efferent arterioles into your brain only to forget it a day later, yeah, you are definitely not alone. It's a classic struggle.
And it's not just one or two tricky concepts, is it? It's the sheer volume of it all. I mean, from every bone in the skeletal system to all the neural pathways, the list of topics feels like it never ends. But the semester sure feels like it's flying by. You're just constantly in a race against the clock. And this is the traditional toolkit, right? We've all been there. You're lugging around a textbook that weighs about 1,000 pounds, squinting at diagrams that make no sense, and by the end of it, you've got this mountain of notes that's almost as scary as the textbook itself. The end result of all that effort? It's this feeling right here. It's not just about working hard, it gets genuinely stressful. And that feeling of being completely swamped can actually make it even harder to learn anything new. It's a tough cycle. But what if there was a way to just flip that whole script, to get rid of the stress? Well, that brings us to a much smarter, way more modern way to study. You could call it the flashcard revolution. This quote really gets to the core of it. The goal isn't just about studying harder or pulling more all-nighters. It's about studying smarter. Smart, simple, and effective. That's the whole idea. A way to cut through all the noise and actually get results without the burnout. So, what are we actually talking about here? Look, forget those paper index cards you made in high school. We're talking about digital tools built specifically for A&P. And the magic words here are focused, bite-sized information. Instead of trying to swallow the textbook whole, you get the absolute most important stuff in a format you can actually digest. And this comparison just lays it all out, doesn't it? On one side, you've got the old way: stressful, overwhelming, and a total time sink. And on the other, the new method: smart, simple, fast, and, most importantly, effective. It's a complete shift from just trying to memorize everything by force to a much more strategic, efficient way of learning. Okay, but how? How does this actually work? How does it solve all those problems we just talked about? Let's dive into the core advantages. It all boils down to these four things. 1, you learn faster because everything's broken down. 2, and this is huge, you actually remember more. This is because it uses something called active recall, which is scientifically proven to boost memory. See, by forcing your brain to pull out an answer instead of just rereading it, you make that brain connection so much stronger. And 3, it's flexible. You can study on the bus, waiting in line for coffee. You can turn dead time into productive time. And all of that leads to that final point: saving time by focusing on what actually matters. This is a game changer. It's not just about studying faster, it's about studying the right things. This kind of method cuts out all the extra fluff. The content is built to be exam-focused, so you're spending your valuable time on the exact concepts that are probably going to be on the test. It's all about maximum efficiency. So you might be thinking, okay, this sounds cool, but is it really for me, for my program? Well, let's break down exactly who gets the most out of this kind of tool. Really, it's perfect for anyone staring down a mountain of complex information. If you're a medical or nursing student where the stakes are unbelievably high, this is for you. If you're a biology student building that core foundation, this is for you. Or if you're just prepping for a big entrance exam, the challenge is exactly the same, and this approach is designed to meet it head on. So, we'll leave you with this question. Just think about how you study right now: the long nights, the stress, those giant stacks of books. Now, what if there was a smarter, more effective way? We're not just talking about a new app or tool. This is about changing your whole process. The real question isn't just if this could change how you study, but how much more could you get done, and how much better would you feel if you decided to learn smarter, not just harder? The power to finally master anatomy and physiology could literally be right there in your pocket.